Hello everyone, Richardson here. And I like spiders. I think they're useful. I like having one in the house just so that it can kill the flies. I think flies are annoying. They buzz everywhere. That's why spiders are useful. They kill them and eat them. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Item number SCP-3247. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-3247 is to be contained in an isolated chamber in Site 5. Site 5 has been stricken from the record. Personnel are to be reminded that this is an error. Site 5 does not exist. Area 12's Arachnid Wing. SCP-3247 has shown no need for sustenance or rest. Low, as per Ethics Committee request, a television has been installed in SCP-3247's cell, along with a selection of silent films. The feeding system for SCP-3247-A has been fully automated, and should deposit 20 grams of live crickets on a weekly basis. In the event of a containment breach, personnel are to compel escaped SCP-3247-A instances to take on an immobile form and place them back within their cell. Description: SCP-3247 is a humanoid entity roughly 1.7 meters in height. The entity wears a striped pullover with suspenders, as well as white makeup on its face and exposed skin. Testing has revealed that SCP-3247's clothing and makeup are unable to be removed and are suspected to be part of the organism. Further testing of SCP-3247's physical properties is hindered by its primary anomalous effect. SCP-3247 is intangible and thus incapable of directly interacting with any matter, with the exception of SCP-3247-A instances. SCP-3247 is host to a colony of arachnids, designated SCP-3247-A, which live on and within the entity. SCP-3247-A instances are defensive of SCP-3247 and are easily provoked, and may instinctively swarm organisms in SCP-3247's vicinity. If, however, SCP-3247-A witnesses a human subject pantomiming or making particular gesticulations, the colony will coordinate to order themselves in a rough approximation of an inanimate object based off this body language. SCP-3247-A will remain in this state for up to 3 hours, or until prompted to shift form. While they are in the shape of an object, SCP-3247-A take on some of the object's properties, and are able to function despite being comprised wholly of spiders. SCP-3247 has to date not attempted to speak to staff, with its attempts at communication being limited to miming actions. SCP-3247 has not expressed discomfort in hosting SCP-3247-A, though it does display annoyance due to their mimicry prompted by its own gesticulations, presumably because the use of props is antithetical to SCP-3247's preferred method of performance art. Testing log: SCP-3247-A. Test 3: Gesture/Procedure. Closed fist, with both the thumb and index finger extended. Results: SCP-3247-A situated themselves in the form of a handgun. After receiving clearance from Control, D11424 was cleared to pick up SCP-3247-A and attempt to fire it. It proved capable of firing individual spiders at high velocity. Test 15: Gesture/Procedure. Thumb and index finger pressed together, remaining fingers extended. The OK sign. Results: 4 dozen SCP-3247-A paired off to form what seemed to be marijuana cigarettes. D11424 was successful in lighting and smoking one pair until they were reduced to ash. D11424 reported feelings and sensations consistent with the typical effects of cannabis, with the added effect of perceiving all humans as possessing arachnid heads while within his visual periphery. Test 22. Gesture/procedure. Not applicable. Test was invalidated when D11424 picked at food in his teeth after entering the testing chamber. Results. Approximately 3,000 spiders emerged. Mass shifted erratically for a moment before taking on a rough humanoid form. The spiders then began to return to SCP-3247, revealing Dr. Rockefeller underneath. Dr. Rockefeller was greeted by on-site staff pleasantly. Conversely, both D11424 and SCP-3247 reacted with confusion and apprehension to his sudden presence. Dr. Rockefeller proceeded to approach 11424, overpower him in self-defense, and extract his lower second premolar with a handheld can opener. Dr. Rockefeller took his leave and the test was concluded. Test 76. Gesture/procedure. Subject held hands together and wiggled 4 fingers on each hand, pantomiming a spider. Results. Roughly 640 spiders emerged from SCP-3247 and divided themselves into groups of 8. Each group then came together in the shape of a large spider. These groups themselves then merged with 7 other groups to form even bigger spiders. This continued until the last remaining supergroups merged into one enormous spider made of spiders. It was at this point that D11424 proceeded to ride the resulting mega spider in a fashion similar to Western bull riding. Subject was reprimanded after testing ended, but allowed to stay with the project. Test 133. Gesture/procedure. Subject shadowboxed. Results. A mass of approximately 3,000 spiders emerged from the subject and continued to attack and incapacitate D11424. Guards nearby had to interfere and bring D11424 to the nearest infirmary. Analysis of footage indicates the mass fought at a professional level. Test 475. Gesture/procedure. Subject pantomimed steering a wheel. An unprecedented number of spiders emerged from SCP-3247 and arranged themselves in the shape of a sedan. D11424 reprimanded for refusing to get inside in order to attempt to start it. D11424 responded to control by making a masturbatory hand gesture, to which SCP-3247-A responded by dismantling themselves and forming approximately 200 phalluses. Test aborted. That's the end of the document. Oh, I'm too old to be laughing at that. Spiders are helpful. Those spiders are not scary. They're not hurting anybody unless told to by the person doing the mimicry. Anyway, that's it for this one. Goodbye. Hello everyone, Creepy Otter here. I just want to say thank you to Shaggy Dreadlocks for writing this SCP. Really liked it. I liked the ending. Their stuff, like the links to their author page and stuff, will be in the description below. If you want to support me more, in the description below will be my Patreon and my Twitter if you want to see updates. But as always, thank you for watching. Goodbye.